Okay, hello. I wanted to do a quick live stream of just preparing the decks that I want to make. Okay, hello. I wanted to the decks that I want to play for Whizbang's workshop. Now, I'm not going to go through every card, as I'm sure you've already seen a lot of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build the decks that seem the most interesting to me. And I'm going to start with my second favorite and then go and end with my favorite. So the first deck that I want to build is the Hand Buff Death Knight. So this is built around controlling the board. I want to control the board and all the while buffing up my hand a whole bunch so that I'll just get a bunch of big minions on the board and eventually just value down my opponent. So a lot of the key cards here is stuff that when their attack gets put up, it does better things for me. For example, the Darkthorn Quilter. At the end of my turn, you deal this minion's attack to split among enemies. So if I buff this guy's attack to, let's say, 5, then every turn it will do 5 damage randomly split among enemies. So things like that. And there's a couple key cards that'll go into this. So where is it? Here. So first we gotta just get on the board, and I think Body Bagger ×2 is always something that you want. It gets you your corpses out there, and it starts getting a base for your board. One of the new cards here. Oh no, yeah, it's a new card. Lesser Spinal Spellstone is going to be one of the key buffing of my hand. So this is going to be primarily undead minions. Undead minions buffed by the Spinal Spellstone. So I think we want 2 of those. We'll be trying to gain corpses to upgrade that, but I think as a 1/1 buff all the corpses, or buff all the undead in my hand, I think that's fine on its own. But if we can get 5 corpses to upgrade it, that's even better. As you hold it on and you maybe play it before you do your big turn. So definitely want 2 of those in. Let's see, what else do we want in? Yeah, I'm gonna move this here so I can see both of these. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think the next card that's going to be important here is Blood Tap. I think we want 2 Blood Taps. So we give all the minions in my hand +1/+1. Spend 2 corpses to give them another +1/+1. So it's essentially a Spinal Spellstone, but easier to activate because they only need 2 corpses, but it costs 2 mana to do so. So I think this is just Mining Casualty is just always a great card, just for having a sticky board, clearing some smaller minions with smaller health on the opponent's board. I think it's gonna do a lot for survivability, so I can get these combos up. What else do we want in here? Shambling Zombie Tank. I believe this is a new card. Yeah, so it's one of the Whizbang cards. Taunt, Battlecry, spend 5 corpses to summon a copy of this. So you'll notice that the Spinal Spellstone is not spending corpses to upgrade. It's just I have to gain them. So I could gain 5, let's say 5 corpses or 10 corpses, and then activate the Spinal Spellstone. Then I can spend 5 of those corpses to summon a copy of this. So the Spellstone would have given this Shambling Zombie Tank +2/+2. So now it's a 5/4, and I would spend those same 5 corpses to get 2 5/4s essentially, for only 2 mana, which is really good. We always want Chill Fallen Baron. Just great card draw, get your stuff out. I think every Death Knight ever has run Chill Fallen Baron. What else do we want from the Death Knight side of things? 4 random minis, man, +2/+2. I think just because we could go all in on the hand buffing. I think this is really slow, and you would only use this if you're playing against another deck that is also really slow and value based. Undecided about these guys yet. It is really good for the hand buffing. So I would only play it if I'm like winning by a long shot in the game, or if I'm against another super value deck where I need to get my value out. But if I'm against an aggro deck, this card is going to be bad. 100%. The Darkthorn Quilter, which I already showed you, it's one of the cornerstones here. I think if you can turn this into at least a 5, what would it be? A 5/7. The turn you play it down, you get a 5/7, and those 5 hits would burst on the other player's board. So on turn 4 you could possibly have this, and then every turn it's going to do, so the opponent has to deal with it or else they essentially lose. You could also use this to burst their face if they have no minions out, or if you kill other minions with your surviving board. And yeah, okay, this is one of the ways that I think we're going to get 5 corpses. So at the very least it's going to activate for Lesser Spinal Spellstone. And either way, if they don't kill Monpaw, my hero gets 5 health, more survivability, and then Harmonic Metal becomes better. If they do kill Monpaw, we have 5 corpses to activate, to spend with Shambling Zombie Tank or Blood Tap or something like that. So I think Monpaw is really good, because either way, we don't care. It's just really good to get the 5 corpses, and then if they kill him, then we get the 5. Then we just keep the 5 corpses, and if they don't kill him, then we get 5+ health, which is really good. Okay, so we're definitely gonna need the Nerubian Swarm Guards, because taunt. If we're against an aggressive deck, we need to buff these guys up a little bit, and then put 3 of them on the board for 4 mana, and they have to have taunt or else they do nothing. That's gonna be super important. Okay, Sinister Soul Cage. Again, I'm not sure. I think it needs to be in the deck, but it's also really slow. It can have some value, so like if a Quilter survives, or if a Quilter survives, it's really good. If it's on like anything that's just normal, then it's just going to buff that one up, and then I can attack with it, so it can be good. It's good for another taunt, so if I'm getting another taunt, that's also pretty good. I think it's better than Harmonic Metal, so I think I had to get rid of Harmonic Metal before Sinister Soul Cage if I want to go more control-y rather than hand buffing. But this is specifically if I want to go all in on the hand buffing. Okay, what else do we see here? We're not doing excavate. Thessarian is a maybe. Is Thessarian? I thought he was going. I thought he was leaving. Okay, no, he's not. That's good to know. That might be one that I want to put in, just to do some damage. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. We definitely want this. More hand buffing, plus it's taunt, plus it's miniaturize. This is a new card. So I'll get to give the undead in my hand +2/+2 with this 5 cost. And then also it's going to give me a 1/1 cost 1 amateur puppeteer that will give the undead in my hand +2/+2 as well. So I get to essentially give the undead in my hand +4/+4, which is really good, and it has taunt. Not great stats, but hopefully we're buffing it up because it's also an undead. We're buffing it with the other stuff here. Okay. We don't have any good death rattles, so we don't need that. No. No. Okay, Dr. Stitchinsu I want to put in, but I don't think it fits. So this is the new legendary for, one of the new legendaries for Death Knight here, and you get to discover a 5 cost, put it on Dr. Stitchinsu. When Stitchinsu dies, the 5 cost comes out, and then when the 5 cost comes out, the 3 cost comes out, and then when the 3 cost dies, the 1 cost comes out. So it's kind of like a nesting doll card, and I think it's really cool, but I don't think it fits with this kind of deck. It may get put in later, but I think I'd rather a Thessarian, just lower cost. Has a little bit of reach and better against aggro decks, which is what I think this will be weak against. Definitely want the Hollow Hound, so Lifesteal is going to be very good, especially if we're going to be buffing up these guys, and I think there will be lots of games where we're close to dying and then we play down a 6/7 Hollow Hound, and then we destroy 3 of their minions and get 18 health back in 1 turn, which is really good. Okay. Now, I think 1, maybe 2 no munchers. We'll decide, because we definitely want the Headless Horseman and Primus. So we'll think about the other ones. Okay, so the Headless Horseman is the other new Death Knight legendary. So it's the first hero for a Death Knight, so he becomes the Headless Horseman, and then it destroys the enemy with the most attack, which is really good. So if you're struggling and if they went tall, you can kill 1 minion. And then the head goes in the deck. This is your hero power, deal 3 damage is really good. Discover an undead. And yeah, I think this card is going to be really fun to play around with, and I hope in my first opening of packs I get him. Because he's going to definitely be in this deck. And then Primus from the previous Titan expansion, and it's still in, and it's just going to be really good to have a Titan. It can remove minions, it can take control, it can give us health. Definitely want to use the Primus. Okay, now we got 3 spots. I want 1 no muncher for sure. Now, I'm not sure, so I have 2 spots. Now, I think I'm going to take a look in the neutrals. If I remember correctly, there's a new Whizbang neutral that would work well. I think I played with it nesting golem. Played with it in arena, and if you buff this like 3 times and it becomes a 7/6, and if they don't silence it, this is just going to stay on the board forever. And it's an undead, it just fits perfectly. So I think that's the card that we gotta put in. Now let's find it. Forecast. Nesting Golem. So I think this is the deck. I am really excited to try this one. Hope I open a lot of these because I don't have Ma and Pa, so I'm gonna have to craft that. I believe I have Primus, so won't have to craft Primus, but I'll have to craft Ma and Pa, which I will. I'll get enough dust by opening 50 plus packs. But I really hope I pack the Headless Horseman so I don't have to spend too much. Besides that, there's no epics, so this is a relatively cheap deck that you can build. And I think it'll do pretty well. Like I said, I don't think it'll do well against aggro decks, but I think it will do well against a lot of the value decks, and it'll have kind of like a tempo feel to it. It'll feel kind of like Arena, and you'll pick your timing for when you go face and when you can just hold back. I'm undecided if I want No Muncher or what was his name? Thessard. All right. I do think that Thessarian could fit in there for just because it's a little earlier. It depends what the meta forms. If it's a lot of aggro decks or a lot of control-y value decks, then I think the No Muncher will do better, but Thessarian can go in there. Okay. The next deck I want to build is, so we'll duplicate, so I'll copy this deck code and I will save it, and when I post a video later I will post this deck code, all these deck codes that I built. Okay, so with the new mage, so I just kind of want to look at Whizbang's cards. All right, I gotta go to the card library. So the new mage set had a real focus on minionless and freeze. So I think the more exciting deck to me there was the minionless deck. So some of the key cards, let's get those in the deck right away. So the Galactic Projection Orb is going to be the ending, the final turn, you know, that just cements all your value. So anything that says no minions, you get that. Obviously no minions can go in the deck. Definitely want Yogg in a box. Cast 5 random spells. Your deck has no minions. The spells cost 5 or more. So you'll get a lot of good spells. So I think let's just get those cards in there. So the Galactic Projection Orb. Where is Yogg in a box? Yogg in a box, 2 of those. And we want Manufacturing Error for sure. I'm gonna move this one over here so that it's no longer available to click. So yeah. So what was that? Manufacturing Error is 6 cost, so draw 3 cards. If your deck has no minions, they cost 3 less. So just getting more spells out there, because we're basically just gonna have to survive while we build up our spells. It's kind of like spell schools. We definitely want to spot the difference. Discover a 3 cost minion to summon, because we're gonna need some board presence. So that's going to be an important one. Spot the difference. And then Frost Lich Cross Stitch. Deal 4 damage to a character. If it dies, summon a 3/6 water elemental that freezes. I think this is more a freeze spell card, but I think this will actually do really well in this deck because we need to kill characters and it gives us some presence on the board. So I also want Frost Lich Cross Stitch. Now, the way that the Galactic Projection Orb works is you recast a random spell of each cost you've cast this game. So we're going to want to cover all of the bases. We're going to want to do a 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost, all the way to 10. So we already have our 8. We're going to want a 7. So the 7, we're not doing any spell schools, although incidentally I think you would cover a lot of spell schools, so there may be a deck that kind of combines those, but not really because Sif is a minion and that's the big importance there. So I think for 7 we want Firelens Portal because it summons a minion and it deals 6 damage. I don't think we have any room for Flame Strike, which makes me sad because this is one of the cards that I used a lot back in the day. But I would like to, maybe it goes in, but I think the better. So now we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to need our 3. Now we will have some duplicates, but just making sure we got our bases covered. This one could be, Reverberations could be okay. So could Molten Rune. Two Light Shows could be okay. Summon a random elemental companion could be okay. Kind of want to do damage and summon a minion. Arcane Intellect is also fine to draw a couple cards. So 3 is a tough one. Light Show could be fine because we're going to be casting 3 Light Shows essentially, which could be a lot of damage. So we're gonna do Light Shows, and then I think we want Infinitize the Magnitude. I also think we want Frostbolt. I also think we want Cosmic Keyboard for sure. And then the 1 cost, we probably want Flame Geyser. And that should be okay. So we're gonna just need spells, good spells, to fill out this deck. Now, I think maybe we want 1 Sunset Volley. Would we want a second one? No, we just want the 1 to cast before Galactic Projection Orb, if we can. If it doesn't happen, it's not a huge deal, but we want it to happen. Flame Strike, no, I think that's not, it's not what we need. I think Blizzard's really good because it freezes. I think Star Power is also very good for this. I think discovering more spells could be good. We might need some lower cost ones because we're gonna get bogged down with high cost. So Jaina's Gift is interesting because it allows you to be flexible with getting a Frostbolt if you need to freeze. or cheaper if we need to draw, or if we need to fireball. So that kind of adds all 3 of them into my deck. So I think I like putting 2 of them in. Although, is it better than just getting all 3 of those in my deck? I don't know. Gives you a lot of flexibility, but I don't know if it actually does all that great. So I think we want Primordial Glyph. Now, this could be, how many Arcane? Oh, that could be a reason to not do any Arcane. Just do a couple Stargazing. That way we get the Galactic Projection Orb. At the very least, I think Star Power can go if we have 2 Stargazings. And we draw at least one of these, then the second Stargazing is guaranteed to get that one. Or is that how it works? Or is it just not, it won't draw Stargazing? That makes sense. I think for now, I'm gonna leave the Arcanes in, but that's an interesting thing that you could do, is have a couple Stargazings and a couple of Galactic Projection Orbs, and then you have a lot more chance to get the orb. Now, could do some summoning, deal some damage. Is Molten Rune good? Drawing cards, is that good? That seems very slow. We don't really care about being slow, I guess, right? We only really care about These last few spells are difficult. I mean, we could always just put a couple fireballs in for some reach. Fireball's always just good, right? I mean, we're gonna have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna do 4 no matter what. So is this not just better than Arcane Intellect? Like, we're gonna be this. We're 100% gonna get some of these, and we're gonna be discovering. I think we're still gonna do some spell school stuff. So I think that's what I would try right away. Now, if I don't pack Infinitize the Maxitude or one of these two, then this is an expensive deck to make. And I may not have a lot of these cards, because I definitely got rid of all of the cards that are coming back. So I'm gonna have to recraft them, which is a little unfortunate about them bringing back cards. But it's still good because I like a lot of those cards. So we're going to take this deck and we're going to copy it over to my spell mage. I'm not going to make a freeze mage right now, but that's the other kind of archetype that you could do. Okay, on to the next one. So the next one is the priest. So let's go look at the priest card. So there's actually 2 priests I'm gonna make, hopefully. So one of my favorite decks right now is the Overheal Priest, and I want to kind of take what they've taken out of the Overheal Priest. So where's the leaving? So the only card that they're taking out of my Overheal deck is Shard of the Naru, which is fine. I honestly didn't. It was just to counter some of the Titans and other big cards that would come out, and just, you know, it would take away from my it would take away from what I'm trying to do. So my Overheal deck is relatively untouched. So the Crimson Clergy Overheal draw card that's necessary, Funnel Cake, Flash Shield, Fan Club, Creation Protocol, Hidden Gem, Heal at the end of the turn, and Stealth, so it's hard to touch. Synchronize is good. Now this is Holy Nova is interesting instead of the Injured Hauler. So there's a lot of times where the boards get too wide and there's nothing I can do. And that's what the Injured Hauler is. I have just one Injured Hauler in there, and it kind of clears the board early, which lets me get all my things that I need to do. Holy Nova could do that for me. Now I know I'm gonna stick with the one Injured Hauler for now. Now the card I want to Pip's got to be in there to duplicate all my 1 costs. So the card that I want to use is Papercraft Angel. So makes my hero power cost 0, and it's got great stats. So it can just stick around. So I want 2 of those. It's one of the new cards. I think it's just going to be really good. The other card that I want to put in there from the new set, first let's get the rest of my, so this is the main card of Overheal, is deal 5 damage to a random enemy. It just does so much damage to, you can just 1 turn kill anybody if you get the right things out, and you just Overheal it a bunch and a bunch. The second card that I want to put in there from the new set is, for the rest of the game, your hero power refreshes whenever you play a card. So imagine we get Papercraft Angel out there, we play a Hedonis. First we play Raza the turn before to prepare. We have a Papercraft Angel out there. We play Heartbreaker Hedonis. We instantly hero power him to get him a little bit healed up. Then we play a Flash Shield, which does 5, which instantly overheals. Then our hero power refreshes, and then we overheal again. And then we Funnel Cake, which gives us mana. And then we hero power again. So that's the vision I have, and that's what I'm gonna try. Where are these other cards? So Amanthal is good, just a great card to have in there. What else do I have in this deck? I don't think there's any new guys I want to, any more new ones that I want to put in there. No, that's Dragon. Definitely not. Definitely not, definitely not. This one's already in. Get 2 0-cost bandages that restore 3 health. Yes. Okay, so this was the other one that I thought. I don't like its stats, but whatever, we're committing to it. So 2 Careless Crafters. Now the neutrals. Now I forget what neutrals I have in there. I may want to go take a look, because we got 7 cards to work with. This is the base. Now we're just kind of filling out. We have one injured hauler. We could put in a second one. I already have. The thing is, I already have 1, 2, and 3. So all I need to pack is Raza, and this deck is pretty cheap. So there's some chance. Let's just take a look at all these comments, see if there's anything that looks interesting. Maybe not. Let's look at what cores came out for neutrals. What's out? That's leaving. So that left is left. Okay. Anything coming back that's interesting? Well, I'll see it when I go. I'm not sure. I think maybe I just want some more cheap priest cards. So we got those. Is there another one cost that's... Oh, right, we definitely want Dreamboat. Restore heal. And get +1/+1 for each. We could use spring water. I don't know if that's good. Like I said, Holy Nova could be fine. What other cards do I even have in this deck right now? Let me take a look. I can just go look right now. Because I think this is going to be one of the first ones I try, but just because all I would have to get is Raza, which is pretty easy. Now I know Shard of Naru's in it, but I've already kind of replaced it. Let's take a look. At what I want to put in. Right, animate dead. And the light it burns. Cathedral of Atonement. Thirsty Drifter, correct. So those are necessary. Alright, so this is must be taken out or something. Thirsty Drifter's there. Where's Cathedral? Is Cathedral taken out? Cathedral may not be here anymore. Okay, so we're gonna have to find... That was a really good card. That must be rotating. Nope. Okay, and same with... So there's actually a lot of one cost that are... So Animate Dead is actually a pretty important one. Animate Dead and the Light It Burns was a good way of just getting rid of minions. Power Word Shield is... What is Power Word Shield? Is that plus health? Powered shield. Alright, yeah. Interesting. Or mind control. Is that a 10? Is it that one? It's a throwback. Yeah. Well, I would never be getting that one. I think actually Enduin's Gift could actually fit pretty awesomely in here. And then I think maybe just we could just throw in a Holy Nova or oh wait, there's the oh yeah, Fan Club's still there. Okay, great. Yeah, Fan Club is a must. Maybe a second Injured Hauler or a Holy Nova. Just to do the little procs. Maybe a Holy Nova. So I think this would be my deck that I would try. I would play around with these two, maybe try something else with the 1 cost, but yeah, this is gonna be it so far. Okay, let's copy that over. Now, I'm gonna hold off on making a Dragon Priest simply because it's going to be ridiculously expensive for me. So I would have to pack a lot. But the main card is Time Winder Zarimi here. Once per game, if you summon 5 other dragons, take an extra turn. So you can place a whole whack ton of dragons, and then next you could place the 5 cost with another 5 cost, and then that dragon would get to attack. If your board was left up, you can, you know, take a turn of just attacking face, or 2 turns just attacking face, or clearing their board and then putting out, you get 10 extra mana. So I think this is going to be a really cool card to use, but it's going to be an expensive deck, so I'm just going to hold off on making that. Okay, the next one I wanted to make is my new version of Reno Warlock. Now, I think this is going to be a bad deck, but this is one of my favorite decks to play is Reno Warlock. So, let's get Reno in there. And let's get all the important warlocks. Let's see what we're losing, because I haven't actually taken too much of a look at what I'm going to lose. Sargeras was one of the important ones. Doomkin. Tram Conductor. Soloist. Symphony. Yeah, we still want to do the excavate stuff, so we want 4 at least excavates. We'll take a look at the new Whizbang, and I'll show you my vision. But let's just get some classic cards that I'm always gonna want. And then I want Anubis, thank you. Alright, let's see what's leaving Warlock, because I don't actually know. Okay, none of these are impacting me. Coming back. Place your hand in deck with legendary minions. I definitely don't want that. Take damage from your cards to upgrades. That's not gonna happen. Doomguard is interesting, but I don't think so. We rely too much on our cards, so let me pull up my Reno Warlock. Okay. Is Astalor still around? Right, he was gone. Okay, that's fine. we'll find some replacements. So essentially, though, this Warlock is a control. It's outvalue your opponents and then win in the end. We want smokestack. Yeah, make sure we're in standard. So don't actually know what I've lost too much. I know there's a few in the neutrals that we've lost. So tour guide I played. That's it, honestly. Let's see what they're adding. Meh. Molten Giant could be okay, honestly. So I'm gonna take a lot of damage and then heal it back up. Okay. Let's go back to the... So we want Drain Soul, Defile, Thorn Veil. Oh, howdy. How's it going? I'm making my new and improved Reno Warlock right now. It's going to be my favorite deck, but I don't know if it's going to be any good. I think it's going to be bad, actually. But you never know. I have a vision. I think this card is terrible. But if you get out, if you do on a turn, the turn before, you get Sargeras out, you've basically drained all of their resources. And you've turned your deck into Reno. You get this out, it opens the portal so you still get to do stuff. And then you activate this card. Yeah, it's so what are you saying? So it aren't be your... Oh, it won't be my favorite. No, probably not. Because I'll try it and I'll just lose a whole bunch. I could go into like... Because there's lots of good new demons. So I could do like a demon control Warlock. But... I think... Oh. This with this. Alright, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. We got lots of space to work with. So I already put in most of the important bits. I need to make sure that I have my excavates finished. What was the last excavate that I do? Oh yeah. What is his name? It's a 6'5". Starts with an R. He has a he's got rush. There's no way it rotated. It's a new card. Let's look it up. 6'5", rush, excavate. It's gotta come up. Burrow Buster, not an R. There it is. It's a 5 cost. Okay, so I got my 4 excavates, so we'll get our legendary excavate out. We got 12 cards to work with for the demons in the new set. I don't think there's a possible way to make Wheel of Death work, although I really want to. It looks so fun. Okay, Wretched Queen is there. Game Master Nemsi, because if we play Game Master Nemsi, we get a big demon, and then when it dies, my big demon comes out. So that's the plan. I definitely don't want that. The only problem is this is also a demon. But it's still fine because it's... So we don't want any small demons. Let's make sure we don't have any small demons. Okay, so the 4 is good. That's fine for a small demon. It's the smallest one we'll do. Siphon Soul maybe, just for healing. Symphony's already in there. Summon 2 copies of 2 demons music. I don't think that's good. Deal 3 to each other card in your hand, I think, actually. Is that a new card? No, it's not. Okay. Maybe this miniaturized, but I don't have any other demons, so that's gonna be hard to activate. Am I gonna have many death rattles? No. Ooh. This could be endgame. Could be good because the only demons that I have are Wretched Queen, Opera Soloist. Opera Soloist is the only, and Sargeras. Oh, if we get 2 Sargerases, hell yeah. Okay, so we have a decent amount of demons already. And immune. No. Attack your hero? I don't. That's just fucking stupid. What is this card? Warlock got fucked in this expansion. They got nothing. Alright. So, Twisting Now is bad. Let's see what we can add. Oh, we went Enhanced Dreadlord. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Okay. Nope. Okay, I think we got enough demons. We're gonna need some. How's our early game? Our early game is kind of shit. Let's look for some 1-cost neutrals that could do fine. Armor Vendor, very good. Salesman, fine, but I don't want it. 2 costs, any 2 good. Dirty Rat, we need, right? Almost forgot about Dirty Rat. We got Kobold. We got 6 spots left. So I think our early game's fine. Let's now, with those few, we're just trying to deal damage, defile, will keep things clear, get up to Drill Fist and Burrow Buster. We've still got the Anubis and Forge of Wills play. We've got the Doomkin to ramp us. Symphony is very good. Soloist to clear. Yeah, I think we're fine for clearing. Maybe some value now. I don't think we'll want. See, it's too early to predict like what cards are gonna be super important. Like Big Game Hunter used to be super important because there was just a big minion that you could just snipe always, and it's just really good to have that. So oh, we need Ignis. Oh, and that means we need. Oh, did they rotate? Where is he? The 2-cost. No, he's there. We need the Watcher. Right. That's important. We need that big weapon. What else could we put in there? ETC could be fine. Any of these legendaries? I don't think so. Oh, it's Sylvanas. Sylvanas rotate back in? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Let's look at what's rotating back in. So I think actually Molten Giant could be good. Mountain Giant could also be very good because we're always holding lots of cards. Because Warlock and Mountain Giant just go together. I think we just gotta. Because Mountain Giant's coming back. Molten Giant is, I don't think it will fit. Yogg as a Titan is fine. Oh, is the location Where's... Right, that was one. Prison of Yogg-Saron, that's what we want. Very good card. Location, you have to cast 12 random spells essentially over the course of the game for 7 mana. Can work out, can be terrible. Mind control tech, maybe. I think that might come into play. Sylvanas, I think, may just be included in a lot of decks. Yeah, but it could be silenced. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like any of these really. Let's see the Warlock ones that are coming back in. Discover a demon. Next one costs less. Is there any neutral demons? No, right? No, I didn't think so. Alright, so here's the deck. We got 2 more to put in there. You could honestly just put fucking anything just good. This is where Astalor gets put in, which is really good. Both players draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. No, that's not good. I mean, Twisting Nether you could put in. Oh, what about... Is Gigafin still in? Gigafin? No. Okay, so maybe we do want Twisting Nether. Just to be another Gigafin. Because we had Sargeras, Reno, and Gigafin were my 3 super wide, clear everything. Didn't matter. So I think maybe we do put in a Twisting Nether. And like I said, Table Flip could be good. I mean, if you draw it in the late game, it just feels terrible though. Oh. Summon a demon from your deck. Okay. None of these have Battle Cry, right? That'd be great. That would suck. That'd be great. That would be great. That would suck. Okay, we can't run it. Sargeras just ruins that strategy. Never mind. I think maybe just the other Yogg? Other Yogg could be good. Just other good neutral. One other good neutral card. Oh no, that's it. That's 30. Right? Okay. I like this deck. I'm gonna try it out because I have most of these cards. The only thing I would need to pack. So I have Yogg, I have Sargeras, I have those epics, I have Reno, I have Tram, I have Prison, I have Symphony of Sins. I would need to pack Game Master Nemsy or spend the 1600. I have that. I have everything else. So yeah, the only thing really is Game Master Nemsy and Wretched Queen, but it's common, so it seems pretty easy, right? Alright, that's a cool deck. I'm gonna copy the deck code. I'm gonna be posting this as a video later on with all the deck codes in it, so you can copy them Uli, if you really want. Okay, Uli, what's next? Paladin or the Druid? Pick Paladin or Druid. Who's that? So, with the Druid, okay. So, there's 2 routes to go with the Druid, I think. With the Druid, there's this one Jade card that you could build your whole deck around. So your Jade displays, which is just this card. So there's no other Jade cards. They have +1/+1 this game if it's Death Rattle. So when it dies, your other Jade displays have +1/+1. And then you shuffle 2 of them into your deck. So it is a super just survive and you win kind of deck. The second way to go about it, I think, is the spell damage burst. So kill them in 1 turn. So this card, Aulonius, you get spell damage +1 and your spells get double bonus from spell damage. And then a lot of these cards have spell damage. So I think I'm going to try the spell damage burst deck, but I think this could be a cool card to build an entire deck around just surviving. I think maybe a Dragon Druid, because it already does really well at surviving, and then just throw a Jade display in there and then do a little bit more of board clear rather than dragons. Who knows? Also, this card is terrible. I think it's really cool, but I don't think it's going to be used at all. Battlecry, shuffle 10 random legendary minions in your deck that cost 1. That's going to be so slow. You're just going to die before you can even do it. Okay, let's build it. So, Druid. So, first off, let's get the important cards. We need Aulonius. Aulonius. So that's the big guy. He's gonna be your burst turn. Second one, Magical Dollhouse is really. Actually, let's just go from the beginning. But we'll go through the rest of them after. But so we need 2 Magical Dollhouses. I mean, I was in Reno mode. I was only gonna put 1 in, but we need to put 2. Discover a card in your deck. If you have spell damage, copy it. So we're just gonna always want to have a spell damage, and the Magical Dollhouse just allows you to get it on the turn that you want. So you just throw that out there, and then if you have a minion, I could just activate this and then do bottomless toy chest, and then I get 2 copies of a card, which then you could copy Aulonius and have 2 big turns. Alright. Yeah. The problem that I think will come when, like, does Druid have enough spells to hit face? I'm not sure that's the case. Swipe came back, which I'm really excited for. We're gonna have 2 swipes in there. That's gonna be the big one. Cause look what this guy costs. 7. And swipe is 3. Okay, so we want Chia Drake. Choose 1, gain 1 spell damage, or draw a card. Either way, you will get. So you can get the spell damage if you're looking to, you know, do the turn, or draw a spell if you need more of your spells. And it miniaturizes, so you'll have there will be a 1/1 that comes up, so then you can get a quick spell damage as well. Okay, so that is a dragon, so we could go a little bit down dragon route. Not sure. You picked the hardest one, Oli, because I don't know too much about the druid cards. It's not a deck that I usually play. Bruh, dragon seems easier, but we'll see. They got so many dragons, man. And nature spells. Okay, let's go back. So, boom, living roots. We want 2 of them. So this could be a way that we get a wild growth, more swipes. I might want to put in a Malfurion's Gift. Spell damage copy. I already did that one. Get 2 random dragons. Blah, 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 blah. What is it? It's not even. It doesn't like. Oh, Woodland Wonders. We need that. Yes, yes, yes. That was another one because that's a really good card, I think. But let's just work our way down. I think this could be good. Reduce the spells. If we're doing a lot of choose ones, like we could do, like we have choose one there, another choose one there. Could do some choose one shenanigans. Don't want this. Spend your mana, choose one. No. To a minion. We're trying to kill the enemy hero. Okay. No. No. Maybe. Maybe. We're gonna have our Chia Drake, so I think we want to do a couple dragons. This is gonna be a mishmash thing here. Draw 2 dragons, give them +1/+1. Ooh, that could be good. Except for it's too late. 4 cost 4/4. Could do that dragon. Yeah, why don't we just go into the dragon shit? Fuck it. To fill this out. Spell damage dragon? Maybe? No duplicate. Oh! Is that new? Come back? Oh, that's Hunter. Druid. No. This is so sad this is leaving. I need it. Maybe we do want Raven Idol. Do we commit fully to the dragon? Okay. What a dumb card. This is the only one that mixes the choose ones, but it's so expensive. I want cheap. Both choose ones. I think there's a cheap one, isn't there? I think we do run. There's a cheap. This one. Okay, so we got room for one more card. How many dragons do we got in here? Because we could get rid of. I don't remember what Ionar's abilities are. What's your abilities? Restore your hair to full health. Refresh your mana crystals. Huh. Draw cards until your hand is full and does it puts out an ancient's 10 cost. So bad. I mean, I guess it's not one turn. You lay, you refresh all your mana crystals. You get a 5/5 and a 5/7 for free. But on turn 10, I feel like you're already dead. Gotta really do a survivability turn or deck. Sky Mother as our final one. Okay. Maybe just one of these? No, that's bad. Draw 2 dragons. Maybe a better way of getting dragons. I don't know. Really, I don't like this deck too much. I don't think it's gonna. The Druid has no target the hero spells. You know, it's just nothing. Oh, that's not what I want. Mechanic. Spell damage. Yeah, this is really good, isn't it? That's all spell damage that's in the... Holy. Terrible. So we're doing a choose one. A choose one combining dragon spell damage. I think this is terrible. I think this is bad. I think the other dragons are fine because we have enough that you'll be able to kind of survive. And I think we add one of those and then we get one more. How's our beginning? Pretty good. Yeah, we're pretty good at the beginning. We're gonna survive. But we gotta not use swipes, so maybe we do want some targeting minion stuff. There's one thing that targets. So choose one. Fuck it. Okay. We'll try that one. I think that's whatever. It's probably my worst deck that I've made. But that's okay. Alright, 2 decks to go. Paladin that I want to make. And my favorite cards of the set to come out in another one. That you'll see when we get there. Okay, so the Paladin. So all the Paladin cards are based around one thing, and I really want to try it. Where are they? What the fuck? Should I pass them? Am I dumb? Oh, okay, there it is. They are based around auras. So they changed the thing. You know how paladins could place an aura down and then it lasts 3 turns? You can stack the auras now. So you could have multiple auras on at one time. And I think it's going to be ridiculous. But I don't know how good, because I feel like you might just die before you can stack them all. But let's try to make a deck. Okay, so we look at our auras. This one for sure. 2 of them. Yes. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yes. So those are my 3 auras that I want to use. Deputization. So this is going to be a pure paladin as well. So let me just look at what pure paladin has phased out. Not a lot of the core set, actually adding some good cards. But I don't know what phased out with the last expansion. So, Righteous Protector. Now, fancy packaging is interesting. Because we're going to have a lot of Divine Shields. And it's a 1 cost, pretty big buff. We'll see. Okay, the next important card, the big card of this deck, is the new card. Where is it? What the fuck? Cardboard Golem. I'll find it over there. But increase the duration of auras in your hand, deck, and battlefield by 1. So this fucking thing that what? Oh, okay. I guess I activated it twice. This fucking thing that summons a 6 cost at the end of my turn every turn is going to now last like 5 turns or 4 turns or 6 turns. So I definitely want to put that guy in. Wherever the fuck he is. Am I? Oh, there he is. Nice. Okay, we definitely want Boogie Down and some 1 costs. What happened to all my 1 costs? What the fuck is even the point of Boogie Down then? Maybe we don't do Pure Paladin. Any good 1 costs here? They're all gone. All the 1 costs are gone. Alright, fine. Okay, we want Dance Floor. Give me Rush. We want Shroomscavate. Wherever that is. Wind Fury and Divine Shield. We want Silver Moon, maybe. So we want Holy. Where's the rest of the Holy? No. Prismatic Beam. Where's the 2 cost? Showdown. We want. Okay. Now let's take a look. So we got 12 cards left. I think I'm gonna commit to fancy packaging. I think there'll be enough Divine Shield stuff. Ooh, Pipsy could be nice. So, Pipsy. Summon a random Divine Shield, Rush, and Taunt minion from your deck. So Divine Shield, Taunt, we would get one of those. But if we do this guy, he'll be the other one. So Tyrion will come out with Pipsy. And now we need a good Rush guy. Taunt, Divine Shield, summon. The problem with these... Yeah, the thing is I want to be able to rush them down. I think Horn of Wind Fury, we just want 1. Keeper's Strength, we want 2. Where's the... Definitely want Mining Casualties. Hand of a Doll is good. 1 more card. I mean, like, does this have to go in? Maybe Jukebox Totem? I think maybe we don't do Pipsy. I think we commit to this. Little guys getting buffed up by Deputization Aura and Crusader Aura. So we got room for 1 more card. Maybe we do want 1 big card. Swap this with a minion in your hand. Give it no. So this could be fine because of the miniaturize. So the 3/7 I would activate on one of my little guys. Do I even have that many minions? I got enough. I do think we want more minions though. More little minions to attack. Hi-ho Silverwing, we need 2 of those. Maybe 1 Crafter's Aura is enough. Do we need fancy packaging? I mean, Shroomskavate fancy packaging. 4 if one of my minions sticks around. I mean, that's so much damage to attack phase. This is gonna be super aggro. So I think then we take out the Crafter's Aura. 1 Crafter's Aura. Because we do one. So this is my new Pure Paladin super aggro. A lot of the same ideas. Prismatic Beam may need to go, but it's really good with Showdown, which then I get 3/3 Outlaws when my opponent doesn't have. So there's the Paladin. And it's a pretty cheap deck, no legendaries. Sad that what's her nuts is gone. The one that you summon get 3 invitations, summon 3 random legendaries. Alright, the final deck and my favorite cards from the expansion is the Hunter cards. I think this deck is going to be so much fun, with the main cards, I guess. Hemet. So after a friendly beast dies, get a random legendary beast from the past. RC Rampage summons 6 1/1 hounds. So turn 9 or turn 4 into turn 5. Turn 4, they maybe kill 3 of them. You play turn 5, you suicide 3 of them to get 3 legendary beasts from the past. Cost 2 less. Another thing, 4 on turn 6, RC Rampage into Painted Canvasor. Give each other friendly beast a random bonus effect. Imagine if all of these got fucking, some of them got Divine Shield, some of them got whatever the fuck. Stealth is the same. Taunt. Could do a whole bunch of shit. Patchwork Pals, I think, is an amazing card. You spend 2 mana on turn 2 to get all 3 of the animal companions, and then they cost 2, so you can split them up over turns. So no more random. They just come out when you want them to come out. And then boom, you have Jungle Gym out, you play RC Rampage, then you just deal 6 damage. Randomly, but 6 damage. So, let's make it. Come on. Ah. Ridiculous. I gotta go all the way back. Okay. Alright, the Hunter. This is the first one. I'm going to be spending all of my dust to make this deck. So, first, there's 2 ways to take this. You could go big Hunter, but I like the aggressive version. So, Hemet. We definitely want... Okay. I did some thinking on this one, just because I think it's Awakening Terrors is going to be great. Oh no, go back. Okay, Awakening Terrors get lots of worms, which are beasts, and that's an early game. I thought maybe this, but it's not a beast itself, which kind of sucks. So I'm not excited about that. I wish that was a beast, and then maybe excuse me, I would do it. Here is the card that I think will make it all work, because I think I'll run out of draw, and I think fetch lets me draw a minion, and I'll make sure that they're all beasts except for Hemet. But if I draw Hemet, that's my goal anyway, so that's fine. But it'll allow me to basically draw 2 cards. I think we want Hidden Meaning, 2 of them, which is good. Just allows me to have more board. Jungle Gym for sure. Also, I think there's a card in here that there's... I want to have this... I think it's important that we're going to need some reach at the end of the game, so there's some damage from hand, just to finish off a lot of games. So let's say it's turn 8 and the opponent's at 7 health and he has a bunch of minions on the board. We could just play Starstrung Bow and Hero Power to finish him off. But also this costs 1 less for each friendly secret that is triggered. So I think 2 Hidden Meanings is really important to making that happen. Okay, next. I definitely want Messenger Buzzard because it helps me draw beasts and it starts, you know, buffing them up. Painted Canvassaur, obviously. I'm going to hold off on Patchwork Pals, but I think I will end up adding it in. Remote control is essential, just to make sure that I'm killing things early game and creating a board. 10-gallon hat is going to be needed, so we have more card draw. Titan Forge traps towards the Starstrung Bow. Discover and cast a secret. That'll also help just be annoying to the opponent. And with all these buffing up that I'm doing, all this buffing up with the Buzzard and the 10-gallon hat, I want to do the Bovine Skeletons because it's a beast, and if it has 4 or more attack, when it dies, it summons another Bovine Skeleton. So if we can just keep buffing it up, it'll just survive forever. At the very least, it'll have 2 of them in there, which is good. And then the most important card, RC Rampage. Hemet's already in there. Star Power is necessary to kind of kill things. Now, what do we have left? I don't want any big things. I think that's as big as I want to go. I don't want any minions that are not beasts. So I think Kill Command for a little bit more reach. It came back. I'm excited. It was one of my favorite cards early when I played Face Hunter. Loved Kill Command. And now I think we do 1 Pet Pals. What is it? Patchwork Pals. We do 1 Patchwork Pals. So essentially play these guys, get them out early, get some cheap beasts, draw cards, secrets to keep a board, well, because the opponent's gonna end their turn with no mana. Also with the secrets, where's the other secret card? Titan Forge Traps. It brings our Starstrung Bows cost down, put a bunch of minions out, and then the combo that I already talked about with RC Rampage and Hemet, or RC Rampage and Painted Canvassaur. RC Rampage, and it's even if I have a couple minions out and then I do this, I'll just summon 5 2/2s or 3 minions out, then I'll summon 4 3/3s or 3 4/4s, and it just gets, it's just always a great card. So I think this deck will be really good. And that's the last one. So there's the last, the Dog Hunter. Going face a lot, controlling the board. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And that's it for my decks. So first we had the hand buff Death Knight. Then the spells only mage. Then we did our Overheal 2.0 priest, which I think also will be really fun. Then we did our control demon warlock, which I think is going to be terrible, but I love control warlock, so I hope it's good. Then Uli's druid spell damage burst, which is going to be bad, but I tried to make a druid deck. I really don't like druid all that much. And then pure divine shield paladin 2.0, which I also don't think is going to be that great. But then the dog hunter, which I think is going to be amazing. This one's going to be my first try on the 19th. So yeah, thanks for watching. That ends it. I'm going to post a video of me making each of those decks. And that's going to be my plan while I study for exams as a break. But yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.